This morning, a shooter opened fire at a Rite facility in Aberdeen, leaving 4 dead and several others injured. This is the third shooting to take place at a work office within a 24-hour period. We go live now to Ashley Banks in Aberdeen. Ashley, what's the latest?
Scotty, deputies were called to this Rite facility right behind me a little after 9 this morning after receiving reports of an active shooting, which we now know left 4 dead, including the shooter and 3 others injured. Law enforcement say that the gunman acted alone and is now being identified as a 26-year-old woman named Snowchia Mosley. Law enforcement say that she was a temporary employee here at the facility and a Baltimore resident. Now, earlier, a sheriff with the Harford County Department held a press conference and had this to say about the police response. Take a look.
We were on scene just in over 5 minutes. Arriving law enforcement, fire, and EMS units quickly paired up together, got into the building in order to render first aid where appropriate, treat patients, and an attempt to locate a suspect or suspects. At this time, I can confirm multiple wounded and multiple fatalities.
Law enforcement says that Mosley carried out this attack using a handgun that was registered in her name. Shortly after the incident took place, many of the victims were transported to Johns Hopkins, and a lot of them were admitted into the level 2 trauma facility where they had to undergo surgery. Now, there was one victim who was listed in serious condition and had to be transported to a Delaware hospital. Now, there was a resident in the area during the time the shooting took place. Here's what she had to say.
It just got really chaotic really fast, and it was raining in the middle of it, and I don't think anybody quite knew what was happening. And we had, so many police cars, and we had at least 3 choppers that I counted in the air, and I know they're still there, and roads are still closed. They're still looking and investigating. And it was just crazy. And you wouldn't think with this kind of like sleepy, calm area that anything like this would happen.
The Baltimore office and special agents from the Department of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms are assisting in this investigation. Now, I want to read you a tweet from Maryland Governor Larry Hogan, who took to Twitter shortly after the incident. He said, "The First Lady and I are grieving for the loss of life and today's shooting in Harford County and praying that those who were injured fully recover. I remain in close contact with Harford County officials and state and local law enforcement as they continue to investigate." Now, the shooting comes just a day after a Wisconsin man opened fire in his workplace, leaving many people injured before he was fatally shot by police. Scotty, I want to mention that behind me, there's still a police presence here as authorities are trying to investigate to figure out what took place earlier today. Scotty?
Thank you, Ashley.